other thing in the kitchen. But this time, instead of it being something that is potentially not helpful for my brain like the Hush Puppies were, it's going to be something that is going to go along with my dietary restrictions. Jesus, Sahara, you good? Sahara just jumped like 4 stairs down because she heard me talking. So, today we will be making taco pizza, and of course, because I don't eat meat, we will be making like tofu taco meat, and then we're gonna have salsa, and I'm gonna make guac. I haven't decided if we're just gonna cut up avocado or smash it yet. And then we have cheese, because what's pizza without cheese? So we're really just gonna get started because it is a little bit of a process. So we're gonna preheat the oven first, and then we're gonna go over the ingredients. We're going to preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. This is what I typically bake pizzas on. The ingredients I've prepared already are 1 cup of diced tofu, extra firm, 1 softened avocado diced, a half cup of diced tomatoes, a 1/4 cup of diced onions, and a 1/3 cup of cilantro. So those are the ingredients that I cut up, and then the ingredients that we're using that I just bought is half a packet of cheese, half a packet to a 1/3 packet of taco seasoning, but I use 30% less sodium because I need to watch my sodium intake because of my MSG, and then pizza dough, because I'm not making pizza dough, and that's a different adventure in itself. Now that we know the ingredients, let's get cooking. We're going to start with making the tofu. When it comes to cooking the tofu, we're going to start with heating the pan. I usually would add olive oil or some kind of oil to help the tofu, but I am watching my fats because of my MSG and my LDL cholesterol, so we're not going to do that today, and we're just going to add the tofu as is with a little tofu water, and then we're going to put the spice on and slowly mix it, and we're going to try to crumble or make ground meat looking like tofu. So we're going to take the cubes that I diced and kind of smash them with the spoon and mix the seasoning in. And continue this process until it's to the taste and color I would like. Usually I do go darker than what I am doing today, but like I said, I'm watching my sodium and my fats. To make the salsa, we're really just going to add all of the ingredients together. The tomato, the onion, the cilantro, and then we're going to add lime juice, salt, and pepper. To make the guac, we're going to smash the softened avocado, and if it's soft enough, you can smash it with a fork. Otherwise, just let it sit. It's not worth smashing it really hard. You also won't get good guac or smooth guac. Once it's all smushed up, you're gonna add your cilantro. I did this instead of garlic. My brain lapsed and totally forgot the garlic on this, so I would add garlic. And then you're gonna add lime juice, salt, and pepper and mix it all up. To begin making the pizza, we're going to start with the dough, of course. There is a tear in my dough, so we are going to try to prevent it from tearing further. And we begin with spreading across the guac like a sauce. It's a guac sauce. And basically you spread it around and it's going to be your base. And I go a little further out. I don't want there not to be crust, so of course I'm not going to go out to the absolute edge. This is something that my dad and my sister are both against the idea of. I think it's because it's green and they don't like green foods. It's hard to explain, but I think it's gonna turn out well. I think it's gonna taste good, and I think it's gonna be worth it, and I definitely think that my mom and I will eat it. So, healthy and worth it. And then we're going to spread this salsa around. This one, because the guac is a sauce, is a little more difficult to spread around once it sits in the guac. So I would definitely suggest shaking it around or moving it around in the air before it hits the pizza as much as possible, just to prevent it from all landing in one spot and then being kind of unspreadable. Then when it comes to spreading the tofu, because it's high moisture level and it's kind of crumbled together, it's kind of hard to get apart. So sometimes I suggest actually spreading it around with your hand or using something to kind of take apart the tofu as you're putting it on the pizza, just so you have an even spread and you don't have large clumps. Unless you want large clumps, then go for that. I mean, go about it however you want. It's your food, and this is my food, so this is how I did it. On to my favorite part, cheese. I love cheese, okay? I got it from my mom. I don't know. We both love cheese. My entire family is a little bit lactose. I feel like I might be slightly lactose, maybe lactose with age. I don't know. But either way, we spread the cheese on. I use 2 different kinds of cheeses. I use taco cheese and then 4 cheese, Mexican blend cheese. Now we're going to put the pizza in the oven. We're not going to talk about the stain on the oven door because I don't know what that is. And when we put the pizza in the oven, we're going to try to be careful of that rip to make sure that I don't rip the pizza and it fall apart. Don't want that to happen. I do try to move it. It doesn't work. As we watch my pizza cook and get smaller, I'm going to explain why I can't eat certain foods. So I have dead tissue in my brain because of my cancer and my chemotherapy. And that inflames due to things like weather, stress, exercise, dietary, just overall general health. And one of the things that swells my brain or swells the spot in my brain and causes me to have migraines is MSG, high salts, high sugar foods, white processed foods of any sorts, food dye colors, frozen and canned foods, basically anything that man modifies. It causes inflammation in my head, which causes extreme migraines, and to the point where they could be mind-boggling, and it seems like an earthquake is kind of happening around me. One of the things that causes this is coffee. I don't know if anything really is in natural coffee, but there's a chemical in coffee that's similar to the way MSG affects me that makes me unable to have coffee. So I can't have a lot of happy things that people consider, like fun foods. I've had to cut out a lot of processed and foods that I thought weren't processed turned out to be processed or enriched. So we're trying to do the best we can with what we're given. Of course, the best thing would be to make and grow everything myself. The pizza's done cooking, and now it's time to take it out of the oven, which means try not to burn myself continuously, because it's not on a tray. I don't want to touch it with an oven mitt. We struggle, okay? It's a little struggle. This is what it looks like when it's all done. For me, it's missing one thing, but we'll add that before taking my first bite. Okay, y'all, so the pizza is done, and I totally just remembered now that I forgot garlic. So I probably would have put a clove of garlic in the guac and a clove of garlic in the salsa, and that's probably why they still tasted a little off to me. Totally forgot about it, totally bought it, just didn't use it. And one thing I do also is I put Siracha on my pizza, at least my taco pizza, but because my mom and everyone else in my house doesn't really like hot foods, and I don't know who's going to eat this, I didn't put it on top, so I'm going to put it on the pizza now, because I have 2 slices for us, well, for me to try, not you guys, me. You guys can watch me try it. That's the whole point of this, right? No. I mean, being realistic, this is something that is actually something that's not going to mess my head up as much. The only thing that is concerning is the amount of cheese I put on it, but that's because I'm a cheese addict. So, very stacked piece of pizza. See how it tastes. It's actually really good. I didn't think the guac as a sauce would work, but it does. I do think it still needs garlic, but I don't think you missed the garlic as much as I thought you would. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. I'm gonna eat this all now. It's gonna fall apart. This is definitely a piece of pizza that falls apart, which means it's a good piece of pizza. But definitely would add garlic. Maybe a little less cilantro. I definitely probably wouldn't have put it in the guac. I think I would have put my garlic in the guac and definitely not have ever thought to put cilantro. Because I knew something goes in my guac. I just couldn't remember what. I was really lagging. And when I did my prep this morning, I totally did not prep guac. But that's because it wasn't in my fridge. It's down here. So, next time we'll add guac and see if it's better. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that having a green sauce pizza isn't super weird for you. I mean, I would definitely give it a try if you like guac and like taco seasoning and pizzas and stuff like that. So, other than that, have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. Stay positive. Bye!